Myself, Professor Pawar VK from Department of Geography, J.A.T Art, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. On behalf of this video presentation, I welcome you all. Today's topic of my video presentation is, dear students, today in this video we'll deal with the plateaus. Now, plateau is an elevated tract of relatively flat land, usually limited to at least one side by a steep slope falling abruptly to a lower land. It may also be delimited in places by abrupt slopes rising to residual mountains or mountain ranges, as in the Tibetan Plateau, where it occurs as an intermountain plateau. The term is also used to refer a structural surface such as Meseta of Spain, in which case it is a tectonic plateau. It is also used to describe extensive lava flows or the lava plateaus, which we call them. Now, the surface of plateau may be plain-like in quality, very flat, rolling or hilly, or they may be so dissected by streams and glaciers that it is difficult to recognize their original plateau characteristics. Great plateaus and some of small ones are closely associated with mountains and are primarily the products of diastrophism or volcanism. Many small plateaus are merely remnants left standing above the surrounding land as a result of erosion. Now, diastrophic plateaus. Now, diastrophic plateaus, the large-scale deformation of the Earth's crust which produces continents, ocean basins and mountain ranges, etc., is known as diastrophism. All the highest plateaus of the Earth are the direct products of diastrophism. Since their uplifts, they have been modified by various agents of erosion and in many cases by volcanism and minor earth movements. For convenience, they may be classified as number 1, intermontane plateau, number 2, mountain border plateaus, number 3, domed plateaus, number 4, volcanic plateaus, and number 5, erosional plateaus. Now, number 1, intermontane plateaus. Intermontane plateaus. These include the highest, largest, and in many respects most complex plateaus of the world. Their surface show an extraordinary variety of topographic features. Number 1, Plateau of Tibet. The great highland of Tibet, called the Heart of Asia, is the largest and highest plateau ever known. Its area is between 7 lakh and 8 lakh square miles. Its average elevation is more than 3,692 meters, that is 12,000 feet, with many parts rising to more than 5,538 meters, that is 18,000 feet above the sea level. It is bounded by on the north by the Kunlun Mountains and the south by the mighty Himalayas. These two systems meet to make the western boundary of the plateau, while on the east is the less sharp demarcation between the plateau proper and the lower mountains of western China. Second is the plateau of Bolivia and Peru. This is another excellent example of an intermontane plateau. It lies largely in Bolivia at an average elevation of more than 3,692 meters, that is 12,000 feet above the sea level. There is abundant evidence that the highland was uplifted during Tertiary period when the Andes were formed. Great Andes mountain ranges, more than 5,154 meters, that is 20,000 feet in elevation, surround the plateau. At present, the main part of the plateau has exterior drainage. Number third is Mexican Plateau. The Mexican Plateau stands between the eastern and western Sierra Madre mountains. The surface of the plateau slopes gently northward from the near Mexico City, having the elevation of 2,280 meters or 7,410 feet to the boundary of USA. Elevation is 1,230 meters or 4,000 feet. Large area of this plateau very dry. Moreover, several volcanic mountains stand on the south end of the plateau near Mexico City. Next is B part, that's a border plateau. Many plateaus border mountain ranges and owe their present position to the same uplifts that raise the mountains. Piedmont Plateau is an excellent example of border plateaus. This plateau is a strip of land that stands between the Atlantic coastal plains and the Appalachian Mountains. Its eastern side is marked by a more or less definite fall line where the gradient of the rivers is steepest. On the west, it terminates against the mountains of the Blue Ridge. Plateau of Colorado is also an example of the border plateau. It is bounded on the northeast by the Rocky Mountains and on the southwest by the Basin of Range province. Next is Domed Plateau. The Plateau of Ozark in United States of America is a good example of domed plateau. Ozark Plateau was uplifted by folding and faulting into a broad dome, some 65,000 square kilometers, that is 40,000 square miles in area during the Appalachian Revolution, which occurred at the close of the Paleozoic era. Since that time, the original highlands have been peniplaned and re-elevated. Streams which flow readily outward from the center of the dome cut only shallow valleys in the general plateau surfaces, but on the borders many valleys are 150 foot, 185 meters, that is 500 to 600 feet deep. Extended meanders are significant features of many of the upland streams. Intergorge have been cut below the old meander loops as a result of rejuvenation due to comparatively recent uplift. Then next is volcanic plateau. Volcanoes also form several varieties of plateaus. The largest are built by the lava flow. Smaller degraded plateaus are formed by the resistant lava caps that protect the land from erosion and maintain its high elevation after the surrounding land has been worn away. Next is erosional plateau. Such plateaus are formed particularly in semi-arid regions where streams have cut away portions of high plains, leaving broad, nearly flat intervalley highlands.